You know, the true meaning of this imagery here from the Not Like Us video, the end of the Not Like Us video, which was the proverbial end of the battle, continues to haunt Drake, take on so many meanings, because as he releases new songs, as he tries to switch the narrative, as he tried to sue, as the OV hoes tried to save him from his downfall with all kinds of nonsensical narratives and hope and delusion, the truth of the matter is Drake is trapped like this owl in the cage. He is trapped. He will continue to be trapped until he listens to Kendrick Lamar's #1 hit off of the hit album Damn, the Pulitzer Prize winning album Damn, and humble himself. So no matter how you try to spin narratives, no matter what you all do, no matter what he does, his career and his image will continue to suffer. And in case you're new to YouTube and you haven't figured it out yet, a quick word about this channel and video. All the thoughts and views expressed on this channel are the opinion of Professor Lex, the proprietor of the channel, and are for entertainment purposes only. Thank y'all for tapping in. Let's get started. So the narrative spinning continues as Drake and the OV host try to get some positive attention around the release of the Iceman album, because this album is literally, in my opinion, either going to make or break Drake having almost any kind of music career whatsoever of relevance. Of course, he will be always able to release music because UMG needs their money, but the expedient fall from grace that he has gone through over the past year doesn't see any end in sight. And it's due to his own doing. It's because he won't take a step back and accept the loss. It's because he won't take a step back and maybe realize that it wasn't just the battle with Kendrick that led to this fall from grace for him and all of his weirdo fans. But it was also the fact that he was maybe living in an echo chamber too long, releasing garbage music, and basically pushing away all the talent that he needed to keep his career boosted to the level that it was, by doing tricky things behind the scenes as far as cease and desist, which he said is for hoes, but, well, if the shoe fits, wear it, I guess. So let's get into the lyrics of the new snippet now. Talk about Drake and you get a whole lot. Talk about Drake and you get you some streams. Now, what I've noticed, because I've heard this a few times now from different OV hoes in my comments and my DMs, is you have to talk about Drake to get views or streams, or that's the only reason Kendrick Lamar is popular, because he dissed Drake, and it's the only reason any rapper, they're just gonna diss Drake to be popular. Well, here's the thing. Drake finagled his way to the position that he was in, his position that he wanted, right? He calls himself the king of music, right? He compares himself to Michael Jackson, all of these things. So heavy is the head that wears the crown, especially when someone smacks it off your head. Now, what I am doing on this channel is I'm exhibiting Law 15. I'm not gonna explain what that means. If you know, you know. But I said I was gonna do this a long time ago because, in my opinion, Drake represents everything that went wrong with hip hop. And if I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that the truth is kept in the proper perspective about this type of individual and artist, and we don't need this type of individual and artist in our culture. Now, to get into who actually needs Drake, it's actually all you OV hoes, because you wouldn't be relevant, you wouldn't be cool, you wouldn't be down with the culture as you see yourselves without Drake, right? As long as he was popular, a lot of nerds and a lot of geeks and a lot of weirdos could mask themselves as being cool and hip as you see it. Enter OVO Mall. OVO Mall is proving himself to not be very intelligent whatsoever. And it's only because he's trying to pretend to still remain friends with Drake for whatever reason. He's standing by his side. I don't know what Drake did for him, but it had to be something big, because he continues to stand by his side. Let's listen to a quick snippet of OVO Mall talking about the lawsuit and why I think this is going to end badly and maybe end their podcast eventually if he keeps down this path. Let's take a listen.
Well, apologize for, I mean, I don't know what people are thinking because I haven't really talked to many people about this, but it's not. I mean, the people have to know that his lawyer, his team, they're going to appeal this and take this to another level.
Yeah, I mean, I
don't know if people know that. Like, this is not over. Like,
I mean, just the shitty. Should we just let it go?
No, see, no.
At this point,
no. Why? But would you? If you and your team, your lawyers had things in your possession that prove what you're saying is correct.
But why wouldn't? And I'm not saying that it depends on the judge, and that's why the appeal process exists. Didn't they reveal everything? Because that was also something I saw on the OVO stand side of like, he purposely was trying to lose the first one so he could reveal more. I was like, well, why wouldn't he just?
Yeah, no, I'm not speaking to shit. I'm speaking to factual shit, like real things. Like this is not over with. I know people hear things getting dismissed, but like there's a whole nother level that I believe this is ready to go to. I don't think this is over. It's definitely not over here.
Yeah, I mean, I see the side of even people just being objective and aren't on this like weird fucking divider stand line of like, hey Drake, the more you do this, the more like you're adding more of like this mystique. And you're making Not Like Us the greatest battle record of all time the more you do things post the battle. Like you're putting more allure to it. Like I'm sure Not Like Us, because of this announcement, made chart this week. Just because of the announcement. Like you're adding more allure to what this battle was with these moves. And the appeal is just going to continue that. But I also know that Drake doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I see both sides.
Yeah, but that's a side that people see what you just said. A lot of people don't think or speak to that.
I know he doesn't care.
When you don't care. Two, when you know what you know. And you know what's going on, because none of us knows Drake's business with his label. We don't know his negotiation, what he was going through with the label at the time. None of us know the specifics of that. But when you know, and your lawyers know exactly what happened and what went on, when you say, just let it go, no, somebody of his caliber and his level is not going to just let that go, because they know what we all do not know. They have information that none of us.
All right. Shout out to Rory and I think Damaris from the podcast there, as they tried to get him all up out of there. They're trying to get him up out of there, and they're trying to say, this is being on the positive side of this, with it being so wrong and with it being so much against everything that them having a music podcast should stand for. They're trying to spin the narrative in a positive way. And I think what they should do is just leave the Drake news stories alone and just cover the music, because trying to spin his moves away from music, which have proven to be dumb in almost every facet of his life, is going to hurt their podcast. It's going to hurt the fan base, because as Drake continues to move, he pushes more and more people away from having any form of sympathy, empathy, or reasoning as to why he is the way he is. Okay, when you see things like this, with him wearing a Barbie Rolex watch, and I understand he thinks he's trolling, but the allegations towards him are not anything to troll about, even if they're not true. Now, yes, the Rolex is a Barbie Rolex. It's a special edition. It's worth upwards of $2 million. We know that you have money already, but so why show off a watch that you have a $2 million watch? Nobody's doubting that Drake has money. This is him trying to troll about the allegations after he lost the lawsuit. So now you lose the lawsuit. You figure you can lean into trolling about the allegations. It's a dumb decision. Again, you're still trapped in that cage because he won't humble down. This is a lesson for everybody watching, really. We all should be learning what not to do from crash outs like this. Okay, the snippet lyrics about A$AP Rocky. Man, how the F is your day one gonna testify so you can sit in a box? Either you ain't never did ish for your brothers, or they must have forgot. This man just sued over a rap battle. Don't say anything about any kind of court ethics or street ethics. What are you talking about? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Then this IG post, hating Drake doesn't make you deep. He reposts this t-shirt some idiot made. Now, I guess this is supposed to be a shot at Kendrick Lamar, but just because Kendrick hates the way that you walk, the way that you talk, and the way that you dress, doesn't mean that that's why anybody sees him as deep. We saw him as deep. First album out, Section 80, right? What does make him deep is winning a Pulitzer Prize for a hip hop album and being the first and only person so far to ever do so. That makes him deep. So a lot of people think Kendrick Lamar is deep way before he had to fend off the little hissy fit that you were throwing about being jealous of him, right? Now, what Drake needs to do is, what you need to do is have a post on IG asking the OV hoes, how do you get out of this owl cage? Does anybody have a key to this kind of cage from this video? That's what you need to do. That's what you need to ask. You need to find that out. Spend $2 million on that. Because if you don't get your mind out of this cage that Kendrick put it in, the career is over. But I digress. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below about all of this nonsense. I am going to keep stepping on Drake until he releases the Iceman album. Not every video, but he's doing a lot of nonsense in a row here, so I am covering it. But yes, we're going to keep doing that. We're going to keep stepping on him until the album comes out, and then probably step on the album as well. So just be ready for that. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below, man. Hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button yet. Hit that hype button if you're on mobile. Swipe right on the comments. Hit that hype button for me. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Share this video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank y'all for watching as always, and we out.